Alright guys, today's video is going to be very special. I really hope you enjoy it. I just wanted to update you guys on a little quick detail in regards to the giveaway. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I will be giving you a hint as to something that I just got development that we're going to be adding onto it. And let's just say statues. That's all I'm gonna say. Statues. That's my hint for you guys, and there's gonna be 5 of them. Anything else, you're gonna have to figure it out on your own. I didn't announce it before for the simple fact that it was still in development, but hey, you know, might as well ball out and go ahead and just make this as special as possible, considering that I'm starting to see that this is going to be a long-term career for me. You know, The Last of Us 2 is such a huge game. I'm excited for the future, and I'm excited for what it's going to bring. So, with that being said, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications for a chance of winning 1 out of 7 regular copies of The Last of Us Part 2. And if you would like a chance at getting, any of the collector's edition, we're giving away a copy, 1 for Snapchat, 1 for people that follow me on Twitter, and 1 for people that follow me on Instagram. Let's get started. Alright guys, welcome to Breakthrough Gaming, and you read the title correctly. Today's video we're going to be dissecting, and I'm going to be letting you guys know why it is that I'm very confident. Obviously I've kind of learned my lesson with saying that things are confirmed when they really aren't, and I'm not trying to start any controversy, but I will emphasize that I'm very confident that we're going to be seeing Ellie's sister in The Last of Us Part 2. So, let's just start off with a little bit of background on who this character is, and her name is Shannon Woodward. Now, she's an actress, and she played for the TV show Westworld, and now she's actually going to be in The Last of Us Part 2. Now, the thing about her is that we know that Joel's going to be there, we know Ellie's going to be there, we know that Ellie's mom's going to be there, we know a lot of different characters, whether it be protagonists or antagonists, such as the cult leader, that are going to be in The Last of Us Part 2, as I said in my previous video. But there's just one character that Neil Druckmann, or the vice president for Naughty Dog, keeps insisting on keeping a secret. Now, this character is Shannon Woodward. So, now here is where the comparison starts, and here is where the details begin to get a little juicy, which is why I'm inclined to believe that she is going to be Ellie's sister. Alright, so the following point is taking it back to 2016, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Now, spoiler, it's not really a spoiler from the campaign, but a spoiler towards the end of the game. Warning, when you walk and you're playing as that little girl, or Nolan North's daughter, and you are playing as her, and you get out of your bed and you walk towards the back of the room, let me go ahead and show you, we see a poster there that says The Last of Us American Daughters. Now, it's kind of funny, this is actually taking it back to the first video that I ever made, and I made a video back then saying, oh my god, Last of Us American Daughters, yep, they're working on The Last of Us Part 2, confirmed! And that video got like 600,000 views, so we've come a long way. But going back, I'm getting a little off topic here. What that poster says is American Daughters. And what does that tell you? Well, that tells me right off the bat that there's a plural to it. So, back then I figured, oh my god, Ellie's pregnant, and Ellie had a daughter, and now we're gonna have to go down the survival mode path. Ellie's gonna be pregnant and and beating the living crap out of the infected in Part 2. But when I really thought about it, it just didn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for Neil Druckmann to make a game that's about violence, a game that's about hatred, as he has described The Last of Us Part 2, a game that's about time jumping, as he also described prior to the reveal of The Last of Us Part 2. It wouldn't make sense for us to be in that environment with Ellie, having a baby in the stomach. So, here comes Part 2, or the second reveal trailer for The Last of Us Part 2, and we finally put it together. We see that it's not Ellie that's pregnant, it's simply the fact that we're going to be diving deep into the past of Ellie, finding a lot of unanswered questions, and we're going to see Ellie's mother. So, now we know that the Last of Us American Daughters poster is actually Ellie's mother. And aside from that, we see that she is pregnant. Now, how do I know this? Well, obviously it's not confirmed or 100%, but common sense tells me that we have a poster prior to the reveal of The Last of Us Part 2, and it says The Last of Us American Daughters. At first everyone went crazy and thought it was Ellie being pregnant, but it's not that hard to put together the fact that now that we know we're going to be seeing Ellie's mother, which is actually the chick you're watching right now being hung off a tree. Her name is Anna, and we also know this from the Last of Us 1 script line. Now that we know that that poster is referring to Ellie's mother, and now that we know, and this is coming straight from Neil Druckmann, that The Last of Us Part 2 is going to have time jumping. What does time jumping mean? It means that we're going to be going back into the past of a character. So common sense tells you, alright, the main person we're going to be playing as in The Last of Us Part 2 is Ellie. The game is going to have time jumping. And we see here that Ellie's mom is in the second trailer. Not to mention, we actually have a baby confirmed for Part 2. Now, I made several videos about this, so my apologies for stating it again for those that already know. But here we have Haley Gross, and she is in the horseback riding. Obviously, it's a mocap, not a real horse, but when you zoom into the background of the picture, there's a baby in the game, which, if this theory is proven to be correct, this is just all the more proof to support it. So obviously this poster is a reference to what we're seeing now in The Last of Us Part 2. But here's where it gets juicy, guys, and I said this before but not too many people picked up on it probably. American Daughters. Plural. So, going back to Shannon Woodward. We know every single character we're going to be seeing, but we do not know who Shannon Woodward is going to be playing. And the crazy part is that Shannon Woodward is actually one of the characters that people have been speculating is going to be very, related and very, very closely linked to Ellie. And it's not just me. There's an article right now stating that Shannon Woodward is going to be very close to Ellie, in terms, whether it be through blood, family, we don't know. But her role is going to be very tightly close to Ellie. So again, guys, most of these videos are obviously not going to be confirmed. I mean, I've been making speculation videos on The Last of Us Part 2 for going on 2 years now. And all I have is time to sit here and read articles and put things together. That's my job, and then I just compile it, and then you guys get to watch it. What I'm trying to get at here is that none of the videos I make are obviously going to be 100% confirmed, but don't limit yourself. Don't wait for Naughty Dog to tell you, here's how it is, black and white. When we can sit here, speculate based on factual, objective hypothesis, and chances are, 9 out of 10 times, we'll get it right. So, with that being said, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, this might seem like a stretch to some, but truth be told, I think it's more than plausible, and I think that that's in fact what it is. I do believe Shannon Woodward is Ellie's sister, and hopefully when we get to the E3 era, we're going to get some sort of confirmation so that I can just jizz my pants and make a video saying, I told you so! Alright guys, don't forget that we're hosting a giveaway for 10 copies of The Last of Us Part 2. 7 of them are going to be regular copies, and the last 3 are going to be collector's edition. All you got to do for the regular are subscribe and turn on notifications, and all you have to do for the collector's editions are follow me on Snapchat for 1 copy, follow me on Instagram for another copy, and follow me on Twitter for another collector's edition copy. So you don't have to do all 3, but if you want to participate in 1 or 3 collector's edition, then make sure to follow me on all 3 social media. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.